Hi there, I'm Rachel Brady. Welcome back to my channel. If we've not met before, I am a mum of two. I have a 7-year-old boy, a 5-year-old girl, and another baby in the way in September. I am a mummy vlogger and I vlog about family and food. I also have a blog, mrsrachelbrady.co.uk, where you'll find over 500 recipes, all really easy, no fuss family recipes, so go and check that out. Today's video is recipes. I'm gonna give you guys 5 fishy seafood recipes. Oh, just to say as well, I am going to whiz through these with a bit of footage of me making them. However, the full recipes are below, so don't panic, okay? All the key amounts and times are going to be in the description box below. So the first fishy dishy is a fish pie, but not like a mashed potato fish pie. This is what I call an express fish pie, and it went down a absolute treat, so do give this a try. Star of the show in this recipe is one of my favorite handy ingredients, and it's a bag of frozen fish pie mix. So all you do, you put the frozen fish pie mix into a baking dish, and then you make a microwave all-in-one white sauce in 6 minutes. And then all I did was add some leftover veg that was in the fridge. For you, you might not have leftover veg, but you could put some sweet corn in there, you could put some peas in there, you could cook some broccoli first and put that in there, you could put a handful of raw spinach in there, so put some vegetables in there as well, anything that your kids will eat, and then it's just simply a matter of ready-made puff pastry on the top. And to make it look lovely and golden, I do think it's worth beating an egg and brushing the top, and then simply bake that in the oven for about 35 minutes, and I think you'll have a winner fishy dinner on your hands with that one. My next fishy dishy is a baked prawn and chorizo risotto. So there's this idea that you have to stand over a stove stirring a risotto, and don't get me wrong, that's the classic method. However, for years now, I've been making a baked risotto, and it's so much easier. You just put it all in the oven and pretty much forget about it. By the way, this was, of all the fishy dinners, this was by a mile the most successful. They absolutely love this one. So guys, first of all, you're gonna fry off some garlic and onion in some nice olive oil and soften that down. Then you're gonna add your risotto rice into this mixture and give it a little stir. And then you're going to put in some stock, just shop bought stock is fine. Do use homemade if you have it. I tend to use like a low salt chicken or vegetable stock, and then you're going to pop that in the oven for about 15 minutes. This is going to cook the rice pretty much almost till it's done. Then you're going to take it out of the oven. You're going to add raw frozen prawns and some cherry tomatoes. You're also going to add some Parmesan cheese for flavour, and give it a little splash of water if it needs to be loosened. You're going to pop that back in the oven for another 15 minutes. And hey presto, by some magic wizardry, you have produced a gorgeous dinner, and it really is no sweat whatsoever. My next fish supper is something that is a little bit controversial in this house. My son doesn't like this, but my daughter absolutely loves it. So, I don't know, give it a go in your house and see how it goes down. If you enjoy punchy flavours, so anchovies, capers, things like that, if you like the sauce puttanesca, then you're gonna like this. So this is an adaptation of a Giorgio Locatelli recipe, and I always call it posh tuna spaghetti. What you're gonna do is have a big frying pan, heat some nice olive oil in it, and gently fry off some anchovies, some capers, lots of garlic, until it's melted down. It's not the prettiest colour, but the flavour is just divine. I love this dish. Then you're gonna empty a tin of tuna, or if you're going all out, the jars of tuna, which are like a little bit more expensive than cans, but if you're making this dinner for like grown-ups, it's worth spending the extra money on that nice little bottle of tuna, but canned is fine, and that's what we used here. So add the tuna, kind of break it down to make a bit of a sauce, don't mush it down too much. Then, by the way, your pasta is cooking, your spaghetti is cooking. Add the spaghetti, toss it all around with lots and lots of fresh basil, a little drizzle of extra olive oil, and lots of Parmesan, and serve. For my next recipe, we're gonna use the frozen fish pie mix again, but not for fish pie. You don't have to use it for fish pie. So it's a really good idea using this fish pie mix for a fish curry. So what I did, I sweated off some onions, garlic and ginger just to give it the curry, just like a fresh flavour. And then I put in the fish pie mix, I added just a jar of mild curry sauce, so anything you think your kids will eat, like a mild Thai curry sauce or a mild korma. This was like a tikka masala, I think, like completely mild, not spicy at all. You could even add a little bit of coconut milk to make it even more mild. Then I added some kind of acceptable children's vegetables that I know my kids will eat, like baby corn and monch too and sugar snap. I added a little splash of water and a really good squeeze of lime, and I cooked that until the fish was basically cooked. I served it with one of those amazingly handy microwave rice, and I would say this was fairly popular, but like not that popular. Like my kids aren't mad on curry, they ate it, but they weren't like, yeah, this is really nice. So see how it goes down. If your kids will accept curry, they'll probably really like this. Next dish is a dish that we adapted from a Delia recipe, which was originally like a cod salsa verde potato bake with lots of parmesan on top. So my kids aren't mad on salsa verde, so what I did is just swap out the salsa verde for some pesto. So basically you just have some nice cod fillets or any white fish. You could easily use like a much more sustainable like pollock or something like that, and you could also use frozen fish for this. So put your fish fillets in a big baking dish, slather them with pesto. Again, shop bought is fine, of course. If you've made your own, use that. So I parboiled some red skinned waxy potatoes, and what I did after the cod and pesto, I layered a few sliced tomatoes on top. You could even skip that out if your kids don't like tomatoes. I put the parboiled potatoes on top and simply covered it with parmesan and a bit of extra virgin olive oil, and I baked that in the oven. This is a really rustic fish bake, but my kids really enjoyed it. They both like the flavour of pesto, so this went down really well. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful, my fishy dishy video. It is a tricky one. Do let me know how you get fish into your family. What's your favourite fish recipe? Or are they just eating fish fingers? In which case, that's fine. Hey, it's fish and that's all that matters. A bit of omega-3 or whatever it is that's good for them. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and do remember to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the alarm bell if you want to be alerted every time I upload, which is Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 7. That's it guys, bye!